Hello, my dear. I'm so glad you're here today. If you're listening to this, it probably means that life has felt a little heavy lately, maybe uncertain, maybe painful, maybe confusing. And I want you to know something right now before we go any further. You are safe here. This moment is a sanctuary for your heart, a place to rest your mind, and a reminder that healing is always possible, no matter how long you've been carrying the weight. I've always believed that words are power. The words you think, the words you speak, the words you whisper to yourself when no one else can hear. They are shaping your world. They are forming the vibration that attracts every experience you meet. Every thought you think and every word you speak creates your future. I have said this for decades, and I will keep saying it because it is the most powerful truth I know. You see, when life gets difficult, most people try to change what's outside. They try to fix the situation, control others, rearrange circumstances. But the real transformation always begins inside, with language. The way you speak to yourself in times of pain determines how quickly you move through it. Your words can either keep you trapped in fear or lift you into peace. Think of your mind like a garden. Every word you speak is a seed. When you plant seeds of fear, criticism, and self-blame, weeds of worry grow. But when you plant words of compassion, hope, and love, the most beautiful flowers appear. The garden doesn't bloom overnight, but with gentle care, it always blooms. And so do you. In hard times, your words become your medicine. They can regulate your nervous system, balance your emotions, and bring you back to center. You see, your mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's repeated. It responds to the emotion behind your words. When you say, "I am safe," and truly feel it, your body begins to relax. Your heart rate slows, your breath deepens, and your spirit starts to open. When you say, "I am loved," the cells of your body start to remember their natural state of peace. So today, I want to give you a set of healing affirmations, spiritual medicine, to help you move through difficult times. These words are not magic spells. They are energetic frequencies. When you repeat them with intention, you begin to align yourself with a new vibration, one that invites healing, clarity, and calm. Let's begin with the first group, the words that help you find calm and trust. Sometimes when life feels uncertain, we try to control everything, every decision, every outcome, every person. But healing begins the moment you stop trying to control and start allowing yourself to be. When you surrender into this moment, you open the door for peace to walk in. So take a deep breath with me. Feel your chest rise and say softly, "I am doing the best I can." These words carry grace. They remind you that you don't have to have everything figured out. You don't have to be perfect to be worthy. You are doing your best with the light you have today, and that is enough. Now say, "I allow myself to rest." This is so important. Rest is not weakness, it's wisdom. It's your soul's way of saying, "I'm ready to receive again." When you rest, you give your mind time to quiet down, and your inner guidance can finally be heard. Next, it's okay to feel what I feel. So many people try to run from emotion. They label some feelings as good and others as bad. But feelings are just energy passing through you. They are not who you are. When you allow yourself to feel, you move emotion through the body instead of letting it get stuck. Now whisper this to yourself. I trust life to guide me forward. Even when you can't see the next step, life can. Even when the path seems unclear, something greater than you is at work, arranging, preparing and aligning what's best for your highest good. Trust that process. Finally, breathe in deeply and say, I am safe, I am loved, and I am healing. Say it again, a little slower this time. Feel those words wash over you like warm sunlight. I am safe. Feel your shoulders soften. I am loved. Feel your heart expand. I am healing. Feel your body exhale. These words aren't a hope. They are a truth. When you speak these affirmations, you are not pretending that everything is perfect. You are remembering that peace is still available, even when things aren't. You are retraining your nervous system to rest in safety, not survival. Now let's move to the second group, affirmations for positive change. In times of struggle, it's easy to believe that we're stuck, that nothing is moving, that life has forgotten us. But every seed grows in the dark before it ever touches the light. The same is true for you. Change doesn't always look like progress. Sometimes it looks like stillness, confusion, even breakdown. But those are simply the signs that something within you is rearranging. Repeat this with me. I am in the process of positive change. I love this affirmation because it gives you permission to be a work in progress. Notice the word process. Healing is not a one-time event. It's an unfolding. You don't have to rush to be better. You only need to be open to evolving. When you say, I am in the process of positive change, you tell your subconscious mind, I'm available for growth. You stop resisting where you are. You begin to allow new possibilities to enter. The energy of process softens the perfectionism that says you must already be there. It opens space for grace. The universe responds not to your frustration, but to your vibration. When you affirm that change is happening, even if you can't see it yet, life begins to reorganize itself to match your belief. Doors open, opportunities appear, people show up, because the outer world always mirrors the inner word. Take another breath and feel how freeing that is. You don't have to fix it all at once. You don't have to know the how. You just have to affirm the direction. Every time you choose a healing word, you are reprogramming the subconscious that once believed only in struggle. You see, when you affirm, I am in the process of positive change, you release the need to fight with the present moment. You stop saying, it shouldn't be this way, and start saying, even this is guiding me. You turn pain into purpose. You begin to see challenges as stepping stones rather than obstacles. So today, my dear, speak gently to yourself. Choose words that create harmony instead of fear, because your body listens, your mind listens, life listens. Say these words often, especially when you wake up and before you go to sleep. Let them become part of your breath, part of your rhythm, part of your being. Over time, you'll notice that you don't just say them, you feel them. And when you feel them, they become true for you. Let's take one more deep breath together now. Place your hand on your heart, close your eyes and whisper softly, I am safe. I am healing. I am in the process of positive change. That, my dear, is how we use healing words to create healing worlds. My dear, let's take a gentle breath together. You and I are stepping into one of the most tender parts of healing, self-acceptance and forgiveness. These two are the foundation stones of everything I teach. Without them, no amount of affirmations, meditation, or self-help can reach your heart. But once you begin to love and forgive yourself, every cell in your body starts to harmonize. Every thought becomes a bridge back to peace. You see, so many of us were raised to believe that we must earn love, that we have to achieve something, fix something or become someone else before we're worthy. But that belief was never true. You were born enough. Before you spoke a word, before you accomplished a thing, you were already divine, already worthy, already whole. When you forget that, you begin to chase approval, compare, judge, and doubt. But when you remember it, you come home to yourself. So let's begin this moment with the affirmation that has healed millions of hearts. I am enough just as I am. Say it softly. Feel the words in your chest. Again, I am enough just as I am. These words are simple, but they are revolutionary. Self-acceptance is not arrogance. It's honesty. It's the recognition that you are both a masterpiece and a work in progress, and both are sacred. When you truly believe that you are enough, you stop fighting yourself. You stop picking apart every perceived flaw. You stop comparing your chapter 2 to someone else's chapter 20. When you say I am enough, you silence the inner critic that says, you're too late, you're too flawed, you're too much. That voice is not your truth. It's a collection of echoes from the past. Every time you affirm I am enough, you are rewriting those old tapes. You are teaching your subconscious that love is not something to earn. It is something you already are. Notice how your body responds to this idea. Perhaps your shoulders drop a little. Perhaps there's a deep exhale you didn't know you were holding. That's your nervous system saying, thank you. I've been waiting to hear this. When you truly accept yourself, you stop apologizing for existing. You begin to move through life with quiet confidence, knowing that your presence is not a mistake but a miracle. You begin to give others permission to love themselves too, because self-acceptance is contagious. Remember, my dear, you do not heal by becoming someone else. You heal by finally allowing yourself to be who you already are. Now let's gently turn toward another door in the healing journey. Forgiveness. Forgiveness can feel like an impossible word. People often think it means letting someone off the hook or pretending the pain never happened. But true forgiveness is not about the other person. It's about setting yourself free. When you hold resentment, it's like drinking poison and hoping the other person will suffer. It doesn't hurt them. It hurts you. It hardens your heart, tightens your body, and keeps you tied to the very energy you long to release. And so forgiveness is not weakness. Forgiveness is strength, the strength to choose freedom over bitterness. But here's the secret that most people miss. Forgiveness always begins with yourself. Say these words with me now. As I forgive myself, it becomes easier to forgive others. Let them land deeply. As I forgive myself. Most of us carry silent guilt for years. Guilt for what we said, for what we didn't say, for the choices we made when we didn't yet know better. But guilt is not meant to be a lifelong sentence. It's meant to be a signal. A whisper saying, it's time to learn and move on. When you release guilt, you open the door to compassion. You begin to understand that you did the best you could with the awareness you had then. So today, take a deep breath and say, I am willing to forgive myself. You don't even have to feel ready. Willingness is enough to start. Forgiveness is not a single event. It's a process, a gentle unwinding of resistance. Once you begin to forgive yourself, your capacity to forgive others expands naturally. Because when you stop judging yourself harshly, you stop needing to judge others. The heart that understands its own pain becomes tender toward everyone's pain. That tenderness is the birthplace of peace. When you forgive, you reclaim all the energy that was trapped in anger, blame, and regret. You feel lighter, You sleep better. You begin to smile again, not because life is perfect, but because your heart is free. You might ask, but Louise, how do I forgive someone who deeply hurt me? My answer is always this. You forgive not because they deserve it, but because you do. You forgive to reclaim your energy. You forgive so you no longer wake up with yesterday's pain in today's body. You forgive because you are ready to be whole again. Here's a simple practice. Close your eyes and imagine the person or situation that still weighs heavy on your heart. Don't justify or deny what happened. Just see it as energy that wants to move on. Then gently say, I release you with love. I set myself free. If it feels hard, that's okay. Forgiveness is a muscle. It strengthens with use. Each time you practice, you loosen the knot a little more. One day you'll wake up and realize that the story no longer hurts. It simply taught you something. That's when you know you've healed. Now let's combine both affirmations, like two wings of the same bird. I'm enough just as I am. As I forgive myself, it becomes easier to forgive others. These two sentences, repeated daily, can shift your entire vibration. They move you from self-judgment to self-love, from resentment to release. Imagine how your life would change if you truly lived from these truths. How many relationships would soften? How many inner battles would end? How much peace would fill the space where blame once lived? This is the essence of healing. You stop fighting the past, you stop resisting yourself, and you begin to live as love. And remember, my dear, love is who you truly are. Every time you speak kindly to yourself, every time you forgive yourself, every time you choose compassion over criticism, you are returning home to your true nature. My dear, as we continue this sacred journey through healing words, I want you to pause for a moment and take a slow, gentle breath. Feel the air move in and out of your body. You see, in that breath lies the truth that all is well, even when your mind tells you it's not. Everything is working out for your highest good. This is not just a beautiful sentence to recite. It is a spiritual law. It is a reminder that there is a divine order moving through everything, through what feels right and what feels wrong, through joy and through sorrow, through beginnings and endings. Nothing in your life is wasted. Nothing is random. Even the moments that break you open are part of the sacred unfolding that builds you into who you were always meant to become. Say it with me softly. Everything is working out for my highest good. You may not see it now. You may be in the middle of a situation that feels unfair or painful or confusing. But my dear, one day you will look back and see that every detour was divine. Every delay was protection. Every disappointment was redirection. The universe is not punishing you. It is preparing you. The things that seem to fall apart are often falling into place in ways you can't yet see. Trusting the divine order doesn't mean pretending to like everything that happens. It means knowing that beneath the surface of chaos, there is an intelligence weaving miracles on your behalf. Life doesn't happen to you. It happens for you. And when you hold that perspective, peace begins to return. Let's imagine this together. Picture yourself standing on a mountain trail. You can only see the path right in front of you, winding, uneven, maybe even foggy. But the universe, my dear, stands above the mountain. It sees the whole landscape, every turn, every valley, every hidden blessing waiting around the bend. When you say, everything is working out for my highest good, you're saying, even when I can't see the plan, I trust the one who can. This affirmation invites surrender. And surrender is not defeat. It's alignment. It's you saying, I no longer need to carry the weight of figuring everything out. I trust life to unfold as it should. So the next time something doesn't go your way, pause. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" gently ask, "How might this be happening for me?" That single shift transforms victimhood into empowerment and pain into purpose. You may discover that what once felt like loss was simply space being made for something greater. You may realize that rejection was actually divine protection. You may find that the very moment that broke you also broke open your heart. And that's where the light could finally enter. So say it again, slowly. Everything is working out for my highest good. And feel the tension begin to melt. Feel your shoulders loosen, your breath deepen, your heart open. Because when you trust life, you stop fighting it. You begin to flow again. Now, let's move into the most sacred part of this healing journey, the words that restore healing and peace. These are the golden affirmations, the very heart of everything I've ever taught. And if you remember nothing else from this message, please remember this. Deep at the center of your being is an infinite well of love. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes if you can. And let's go within to that sacred place. Beneath the noise of your thoughts, beneath the worry and the fear, there is a still point inside you. A place untouched by time, untouched by pain, untouched by the world. That still point is your essence. It is pure love. It is peace that cannot be disturbed. It is the eternal you that no circumstance can ever harm. Now whisper these words with me. Deep at the center of my being is an infinite well of love. Say it again, and as you do, imagine light expanding from your heart, golden, warm, soft. It spreads through your chest, your arms, your body, your entire being. That light is love. It is healing you right now. It is reminding you of who you truly are. This love does not depend on anyone's approval. It does not need to be earned. It simply is. It has always been there, waiting for you to notice it. The more you connect with that well of love, the more peace you will feel, no matter what's happening around you. Now let's open the next doorway. Forgiveness. Repeat softly. I forgive everyone in my past for all perceived wrongs. I release them with love. These are among the most powerful words you will ever speak. Forgiveness doesn't mean condoning what happened. It means you are no longer willing to let old pain occupy your energy. Every time you hold on to resentment, you tie yourself to the past. But when you forgive, you set yourself free. Imagine holding a heavy rope that connects you to someone or something that hurt you. You keep pulling, tugging, reliving the pain, and it keeps you stuck. Now in your mind, gently let go of that rope. Let it drop. Feel the relief. That's forgiveness. It's not about them. It's about freeing you. Say it again, more slowly. I forgive everyone in my past for all perceived wrongs. I release them with love. Notice I say perceived wrongs, because what we perceive as harm is often something our soul chose to experience for growth. And when you release those stories, the energy that was once trapped in anger transforms into power. Forgiveness is the final form of self-love. It's the moment you stop saying, "They owe me peace," and start saying, "I choose peace now." And when you release others, don't forget to release yourself too. There is no healing without self-forgiveness. Say it softly. I forgive myself for not knowing better at the time. I was doing the best I could. I now choose to love myself exactly as I am. You see, my dear, love is the great purifier. It cleanses every negative vibration, dissolves every shadow, and restores harmony to the mind, body, and spirit. Which brings us to the final affirmation of this sacred group. Negativity has no part in my life. When you say this, you are not denying reality. You are declaring sovereignty over your energy. You are choosing to no longer let fear, guilt, or anger live rent-free in your mind. You are saying, I choose thoughts that heal me, not harm me. Whenever you catch yourself spiraling into worry or blame, gently stop and say, no, that thought no longer serves me. Then replace it with one that uplifts, I am safe, I am healing, I am surrounded by love. Negativity can't survive where love is consciously cultivated. It's like turning on a light. Darkness simply disappears. You don't have to fight it. Just choose a higher frequency. My dear, the power to transform your world is already within you. Not in a book, not in a teacher, not in the future, but in your own words right now. Speak with love. Speak with faith. Speak as though every cell is listening, because it is. And as we close this moment together, whisper one last time, I am surrounded by divine love. All is well in my world. Well, my dear, let's talk about how to truly use healing words so they work for you. Not just as sentences you say out loud, but as living frequencies that begin to reshape your mind, your emotions, and your energy field. You see, affirmations are not magic formulas. They are conversations between your conscious mind and your subconscious. They are bridges of light between who you think you are and who you are becoming. When you speak them with belief, repetition, and emotion, they start to rewire the old stories you've been telling yourself for years. Let's walk through 5 simple ways to make these healing words come alive for you. Repetition is what turns knowledge into transformation. The subconscious learns through consistency, just as a garden grows through daily sunlight. Every time you repeat an affirmation, you are planting a seed in your inner soil. Affirmations are like seeds. The more you repeat them, the faster they grow. So make it a ritual. In the morning, before you pick up your phone or scroll through the noise of the world, take a moment to center yourself. Say your healing words before the day tells you who to be. At night, say them again before sleep, when your mind drifts into the subconscious. That's when affirmations take root most deeply. You might not feel them at first. That's okay. You don't have to believe every word right away. The belief grows through repetition. Like watering a plant, you may not see the roots growing underground, but they are, and soon a new life will bloom. My dear, healing requires stillness. Find a quiet moment, even if it's just 5 minutes. Sit comfortably, place your hand over your heart, and take 3 deep breaths. As you inhale, feel love entering. As you exhale, let tension leave. Then read your affirmations slowly, like a prayer. Don't rush through them. Savor them. You are not trying to convince yourself. You are remembering who you already are. Words spoken in peace carry more power than words spoken in haste. When your mind is quiet, the subconscious is open. It receives like fertile soil. Ah, mirror work, one of my favorite practices, and one that has changed countless lives. It may feel uncomfortable at first, but that's because most of us have spent years avoiding our own reflection. The mirror shows not just your face, but your beliefs. Stand before it. Look into your own eyes and say, I am healing. I am safe. I love you. Don't look away. Stay with yourself. You might cry. That's okay. Tears are the body's way of releasing old resistance. You might feel silly. That's okay too. It's just the ego adjusting to love. Keep practicing. The more you look into your own eyes with kindness, the more you rebuild trust with yourself. Mirror work anchors your words into your subconscious because you're seeing yourself receive them. You are teaching your mind that love is not out there, it's here, in you. Writing is another sacred ritual. When you write by hand, you activate both sides of the brain, logic and creativity, allowing affirmations to sink deeper. Keep a healing words journal. Each morning or evening, write down the affirmations that speak to you most. For example, I am willing to release the past. I am open to new beginnings. I trust the process of life. As you write, don't rush. Feel the emotion behind each word. Writing transforms ideas into tangible form. You can also place sticky notes with affirmations around your home, on mirrors, refrigerators, doors. Surround yourself with love-filled reminders. Let your environment speak healing to you, even when your mind forgets. Remember, repetition, plus visualization, plus emotion, transformation. This is perhaps the most practical and powerful way to use healing words. Think of your affirmations as anchors, lifelines that keep you steady when emotional waves hit. Whenever you feel anxiety rising, instead of letting your thoughts spiral, reach for one simple phrase. If fear comes, say, I am safe. If sadness comes, say, I am surrounded by love. If anger comes, say, I choose peace. Keep repeating until your body softens. You will feel the shift. Your breath deepens, your shoulders drop, your heartbeat slows. That's your nervous system returning to balance. You've just reminded your body that it's safe to calm down. These healing words become your companions, portable sanctuaries you can carry into any situation. You don't need a special place, a ritual, or even silence. You just need awareness. The moment you choose to speak healing instead of fear, you take back your power. And now, let's talk about what happens when you make this practice part of your daily life. Because, my dear, when you change your words, you change your world. Over time, you will notice a softening, not only in how you think, but in how you feel. Healing words calm the storm inside you. They lower anxiety, quiet overthinking, and bring clarity. Your inner dialogue shifts from harsh to gentle, from frantic to steady. When you consistently speak peaceful words, your brain begins to rewire itself. The hormones of stress begin to decrease. Serotonin and oxytocin increase. You find yourself breathing easier, reacting less, trusting more. The chaos outside no longer dictates the peace inside. You become less reactive and more responsive. The highs and lows of emotion smooth into gentle waves. You stop taking everything personally because you start understanding that peace is an inside job. You realize that it's not others' words that shape your world. It's yours. Yes, your body listens too. Healing words are messages of safety to your cells. When you affirm love and calm, your immune system strengthens, your digestion improves, and your sleep deepens. You literally heal from the inside out. Remember, every thought you think creates a chemical reaction in your body. So speak words that nurture health, not harm. As negativity dissolves, you'll feel lighter. Energy once spent on worry becomes available for creativity, joy, and connection. You begin each day with gratitude instead of dread. Life feels fresher, brighter, more alive. The universe matches your vibration with opportunities and miracles that align with your peace. And perhaps most beautifully, you begin to feel connected to something greater than yourself. The more you practice, the more you sense the divine flow guiding every step. You start to notice synchronicities, little signs that say you're on the right path. You realize you are not alone. Life itself is partnering with you. Healing words, my dear, are the language of the soul. When you speak them, you are not just changing your mood, you are remembering your power. The same energy that created galaxies listens to you when you speak with faith. So be mindful of what you say. Speak life, speak peace, speak love. Let's end this part together. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and say softly, I am safe. I am healing. Everything is working out for my highest good. Now smile, even if it's small. Feel your energy shift. This is how transformation begins, one loving word at a time.